Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. When something is said or when something is done, there has to be some purpose behind it. And if that purpose is not clear to us, we will be lost in the means and forget the goal that we are supposed to reach through the means. For example, we will make it clear. Once I was in somebody's house and there was a girl, maybe about 7 years of age, and she had a small brother, maybe about 6 months or 8 months. Evening time, the children cry. The mother was cooking, so she told her daughter, "Hey, put him to sleep. He is making a lot of noise." So the sister took that child, her brother, and I was just watching the whole thing. That's the only thing I do in my life. Observe and learn. So she took the brother and took him to the balcony and started showing, "Hey, look at, there's a crow coming, see it's flying." The child looks at the crow and stops crying. After a few seconds, again he starts crying. "Oh, I am crying, yeah, I've forgotten." Again started crying. Then again the sister will say, "See, there is a car running, see how beautiful the car is." Again the child will look at the car, stop crying, and again start crying. 3-4 times this happened. Ultimately, the child dozed off and slept. Be very attentive. It looks a stupid story, but it carries all the wisdom. So when this happened, I asked that girl, I said, "Hey, what you are doing?" He said, "Swamiji, I was putting my brother to sleep, he was troubling mummy." I said, "You are telling me lies." He said, "No, why should I tell you lies?" I said, "You are showing him the crow, the car, the bicycle, the people. You never told him you go to sleep. And you are telling me straight away that you are putting him to sleep." So that small little girl got confused how to answer this stupid Swami. So she looked here and there and asked me, "Swamiji, do you have a small brother like that?" I said, "No." "Then you will not understand how beautiful it is." The crow was not shown to show the crow. The car was not shown to show the car. Then that thought fixation which has happened to the child, crying is a thought fixation. So to break that thought fixation, something else has to be done. And the moment that thought fixation was gone, the child naturally entered sleep. Is it not? But onlookers, what they will see? They will see that actually, that girl was showing the cow and the crow and the car. No, man, it's not the way. Exactly the same way. People will be talking great things about Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita talks about karma. Bhagavad Gita talks about yoga. Bhagavad Gita talks about devotion, bhakti. Bhagavad Gita talks about knowledge. We all know Bhagavad Gita was delivered on the battlefield, in between the two armies. All that is said in Bhagavad Gita, none of that was ever practiced by Arjuna. He was on the battlefield, is it not? He did not do japa there, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. He did not do meditation. Shucho deshe pradisthapya sthirama sarmatmanha. He didn't do meditation. He did not do karma. He did not study scriptures. He did not do anything. But we keep on making the people confused. And we say, no, Bhagavad Gita talks about karma. The other, no, Bhagavad Gita talks about devotion. The third will say, no, Bhagavad Gita talks about yoga. And that Bhagavan Krishna is smiling. Are Dumbo, I never said any one of them. See, my friends, therefore, what we have to learn is what is the purpose when something is told. If we understand the purpose, then we will know all other things were the means and the goal was something different. This understanding, if it happens, then only Bhagavad Gita becomes meaningful. Otherwise, we will be only arguing, discussing what is said by him, what is said by her. One example I'll tell you. This happened in probably Minneapolis. In somebody's house, I was there for lunch. And before the lunch, they said, Swamiji, we would like to have some satsang. I said, what satsang? Khana khayenge? Oh, enough. No, you please talk something about Gita. Then they said, he is Mr. So-and-so, he comes from India and he talks to us on Bhagavad Gita. He teaches us Bhagavad Gita. So he is telling that you please talk on second chapter of Gita. I said, when he is there, let him talk. I will also listen. I can learn. No, you talk. I said, all right. I finish talking for 1 hour sometime on second chapter. And then question answer. I said, no question, no answer. I don't believe in question answers. Question answers have no meaning. No, but he wants to ask. I said, okay, ask. Be attentive. Could you imagine what question he asked me? He asked me, Swamiji, how many verses are attributed to Dhritarashtra, Sanjay, Arjun and Bhagwan Krishna in Bhagavad Gita? See? Is it an examination? Is it a academic thing? Then I told him, I do not know anything. This Mahamantra I learned from your children. See, all of you are my Guru. And your children are my real Guru. This is what I learned from our NRI children. You ask any child here, hey, you are now in class 9, what do you want to become? The answer comes, A, E, U, A, I don't know. So that I don't know is such an answer that thereafter no question comes up. So I followed that technique. A, E, U, A, I, O, I don't know. Then he asked me, tell at least how many shlokas are attributed to Bhagwan Krishna. I said 0. 0? I said yes. He said, I am surprised. You talk on Bhagavad Gita and you say that Bhagwan Krishna did not say one word. I said, no, he did not say. How come? I said, show me any edition of Bhagavad Gita where it is shown Sri Bhagavan Krishna Uvacha. What is said is Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. See, friends, don't get lost in logic, reason, erudition and scholarship. What is the purpose? Things are told. That must be understood. And therefore, in the 7th chapter, Bhagavan Sri Krishna tells that those who are available to me, be very attentive, there are 2 types of people in this world. Some of them go to hospital and some of them go to gym. The number of people visiting hospitals are more than the number of people going to the gym, is it not? In hospitals, a huge queue, big population. In gym, hardly handful. What is the difference? In hospitals, all unhealthy people go. In the same manner, where desire fulfillment is called as spirituality, there you will get huge crowds. Go to the Mahatma and tell, "Oh Mahatma ji, I don't have a child, please bless me." Then the Mahatma ji will give you one mango. You give that mango to your wife and the baby is born. Sadguru Nath Maharaj ki Jai. Friends, desire fulfillment is not spirituality. There is not a single person in this universe who has fulfilled all his desires. In the second chapter, Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, "Prajahati yada kaman sarvan parthamanogatan atmannevatmana tushta stita prajna sadocchate." He who lives at zero desire levels, but he is not depressed and dejected, then atmannevatmana tushta, he is at peace with himself. His wisdom is steady. Steady body is not required. Let the body move. If you see Ashtavakra Maharaj, he was crooked in 8 places. Take Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, he was never sitting in a yoga posture. Take Ramana Maharshi Bhagavan, he was not sitting in a back should be straight, neck should be straight and sit like this and suffer silently. No. See friends, what is required is wisdom should be steady. A person of steady wisdom is called a Jivan Mukta, liberated while alive. To come to this, here the teacher says very clearly, decide whether you want to go to hospital or to the gym. And who goes to gym? He has no problems. He is healthy. Once I was going to gym and one person, "Swamiji, I also want to come. Can I come?" I said, "I don't know. You ask that gym fellow, it's not my place. I am a member, so I go." He came with me. He thought Swami ke saath kamandalu aa jayega. So that watchman, he said, "Hey, you cannot go." "No, but I have come with Swamiji." No problem. You cannot go. So he started arguing, "Why I cannot go?" He said, "You go to hospital. You have got fractured leg, you are on the crutches, and there is a collar here. With this, what exercise will you do?" Only healthy people are admitted to the gym. Exactly the same way, Bhagavad Gita is not meant for those who are totally frustrated, dejected, and अब जी के क्या करेंगे, मरना ही अच्छा है. No. It is for those who have lived successfully. And like our Indian style, take the sugar cane bit in your mouth, bite it, suck all the ras, the juice, and don't put like you people. You collect it in your mouth and put it in your pocket. For us, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, we throw it on the road. See friends, those who have lived successfully and thrown away the success, that is called dispassion. See friends, therefore, Maya Asakta Bana Partha Yogam Janjan Madashraya. Therefore, he who thus wants the highest, nothing of this world. See friend, I got a friend, a very rare family. Both of them are not old, young. They have got one daughter, hardly 22 years. And they saw something on my website and they said, "Swamiji, we want to come and do something there." I said, "You are welcome. It is free, come. But remember one thing, don't come with any obsession. If you cannot stay, you can walk out. There will be no objection. We will not question you. Why you have come, why you have gone." And they came. Last 3-4 years they are there. And the place where they are staying, a small 10 by 10 room, no electricity, no water connection, no shower, no hot water, no gas. In the remote area, for 3-4 years they are there. And they say, Swamiji, we discovered fulfillment in our life after coming here. They have lived in Middle East, in Europe, in USA, and highly qualified instrumentation engineer. It's not an ordinary job. They say, Swamiji, we have enjoyed. How long you want, comforts? Yes, beautiful house. Will you leak the walls or what? Is it giving you fulfillment in life? See, my friends, for such people, Bhagavad Gita is meant. Yogam junjan madashayaha, and then asamshayam samagram mam yatha jnasasi tashrunu. Then you will know what I am. Be attentive. All the gains are essentially through knowledge. Gains are not through action. Gains are always through knowledge. Anything. One example which I have quoted in some of my talks, this happened somewhere in India. I was giving my lecture, and in between one small little girl, she got up slowly, climbed the stage and came near me. And as a rule, I don't get disturbed. So she came and she said, Swamiji, there is a spider on your beard. Should I remove that? I said, take the tissue and take only the spider. This is not a wig. So if you pull, it will hurt me, okay? And she slowly took that spider and threw it away. Now the spider was there, but I did not know that which is not included in our knowledge doesn't exist for us. Simple rule. Yatha jnasya tasrudu. We have to know. Who am I? Who is God? What is this world? What is spiritual practice? Unless this is clearly known, we will be only struggling in our life, my friends. See? And then only frustration comes towards the end of the life. हमने भगवान का इतना किया, क्या मिला? Who wanted? Bhagavan didn't want anything. He doesn't need us. We need him. Apply this principle, your quality of life will change. Like I come over here. I am sure this Mahatmaji doesn't need me. Ravi doesn't need me. None of you ever need me. Then why do I come? Because I need. If I will not come and talk on Gita, am I going to talk to the furniture or what? So it is my need, be attentive. Whenever you live in your life, that it is our need, humility, submission, sincerity will be natural. But what happens? We have that wrong notion. I am doing things for the world and nobody wants us. Before, when we were not in this world, the world continued to exist. When we leave this world, the world will continue to exist. If you don't trust me, leave and see. Nobody is required. But ahankara vimud atma karta hamiti vanyate. But we have this funny notion. I do this, I do that. Therefore, yatha jnasati tashrunu. Come to know. If you want to know yourself, how to know yourself is the technique given. Then be attentive, then you will come to know what we consider ourselves to be and what we in reality are. There is a gulf of difference between the two. What we are and what we think we are. See? The day this gulf is bridged, all the problems of life will be dissolved. And for that the teacher says, Jnanam teham savijnanam vakshami asheshatah yajnatva neha bhuyonya jnatavyam avasheshyate. Now I shall tell you both, knowledge and practice. See, people like us, what they do, they come and give pravachan, collect money and go away. It has to be practiced in life. See, my friends, this is the basic thing in life. When, be attentive, when you take food, if the food is not digested, not assimilated, and if it is thrown out of the mouth, it is called as vomition or ulti. In Hindi it's called ulti. Ulti means not siddhi. Instead of going from the other end, it has come out from this end. Be attentive. Now, whatever may be the food that you vomit, two persons, one is a South Indian, other is a, let's say, a Bengali or a Gujarati. Gujarati is better, easily available. So, South Indian is the one who eats idli sambar, and Gujarati is the one who eats sweet so much that even on the good they will be adding the sugar and then eat. If you are in close love with a Gujarati, you are bound to get diabetes. Because they are very sweet. So these two people, a South Indian and a Gujarati, Gujarati ate all the sweets, and South Indian ate all the idli, vada, sambar, namak, mirch, masala. And it so happened both of them vomited. Now tell me, will you say, oh, this is idli, vada, vomition, horrible Baba, but this is a Gujarati, sweet vomition. Will you say? Vomition is a vomition. Exactly the same way, whether it is a worldly things or the scriptures, if we have digested Bhagavad Gita, then the quality of our life will be different. We have to digest, we have to assimilate. And when we digest and assimilate the food, what happens? No more hunger. I want that, I want some more. No, I am satisfied. Exactly the same way, when we digest Bhagavad Gita, be attentive. All the desires from our mind will be erased. We start living at a zero desire level. And all the problems in life are created only because of the desires. In the 3rd chapter, Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, when Arjuna asks a question, Atha kena prayuktoyam papam charati purushaha anichannapi varshneya baladiva niyojitaha. Oh Lord, tell me why a person goes the wrong way, commits sins, although not desiring, yet he does it. As if somebody is compelling him to go the wrong way. Who is that? What is that? That we go the wrong way in our life. Is it not our story? We know this is wrong, and yet we do that. What is the reason? There Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, Kama esha krodha esha rajo guna samudbhavaha maha ashanaha maha papma viddhena miha vairinam. It is desire alias anger. This virus of desire destroys the peace of our life. See, my friends, therefore, if we have really digested Bhagavad Gita, we will not suffer from the disease of desire, desire, desire. And desire expresses in many ways. One, likes and dislikes. I do something because I like. I don't do something because I don't like. And it is not necessary. What we like is right. And what is right we don't like. Example, getting up early in the morning is right. But we don't like it. Going to bed at night, early to bed and early to rise is right. But we continue up to 11, 12, 1 o'clock. And in the morning, Brahma Muhurta, anything you do is perfect, even the sleep. Therefore, the Brahma Muhurta sleep is so good. You don't want to get out of it. This desire has to be conquered. And this can happen only if we practice Bhagavad Gita knowledge. So, yajñātva neha bhūyonya jñātavyam avashishyate. Having known which, there is nothing more to be known in this world. Meaning, you have attained fulfillment. It is something like that. When you have taken your food up to the nose, will you again ask, what are the other dishes which are available? No. Like even if somebody shows you Tirupati Laddu, you will say, no, not now. Fulfillment liberates us from desires. And this fulfillment comes only through knowledge. In the 15th chapter of Bhagavan Krishna says, Etad buddhva buddhiman syat krutakrutyascha bharata. Having known which, one attains fulfillment. What we do is unsuccessful attempt to fulfill our desires. But desires cannot be fulfilled. Watch in your own life, right from childhood till date, one after another, desires are being fulfilled continuously. There is no end to it. And those who are carrying the load of desires, to them the Lord is not available. It is something like this. You have got small kids. Though the mother is busy in her house, work. So what she will try to do? Give the child something to play, some chocolate, something like that, so that keep away from me. Don't trouble me. I have to do some work. But if the child is bent upon anything you give to the child, he throws it away. Mom, but you take, I don't want anything. Finally, the mother takes the child and then he is happy. Exactly the same way. When our desires are fulfilled, the Lord is keeping us away from ourselves. Keep away. Very good. Friends, understand this basic principle. Yajñātva neha bhūyonya jñātavyam avashishyate. Having known which, nothing more remains to be known. Further, manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid yatati siddhe yatatam api siddhanam kaschid mam vetti tattvataha. Among the millions, see, if you take the Sanskrit grammar rules, sahasreshu means a minimum of 3,000. So you are about 60 of you here. So behind each one of you, there are a minimum of 3,000 people sitting. Manushyanam sahasreshu. Kaschid yatati siddhe. Very rare is the one who is interested in attainment of this. And yatatam api siddhanam. And there are many who are putting sincere efforts, but they get lost on the way. And where they get lost on the way by invocation of the siddhis. Then they become Mahatmas. I had a vision of Devi, I had a vision of Rama, I had a vision of Krishna, and he told me this, he told me that. If you have got some problem, come put a fees, 2,000 rupees for entry, then I will give you the solution. Friends, any satsanga where money is the criteria is the dussanga. Dussangaha sarvataiva tyajya. Nothing can justify. This knowledge is not my property. It is given to me by the Lord free. See, friends. Therefore, yatatam api siddhanam. They are bringing all effort sincerely, no doubt about it. But then they get lost. Because the worldly temptations, name, fame, money, institutions, that becomes their basic criteria. See? There is to be a great Mahatma in Vrindavan, Akhandanji Maharaj. He has a tremendous impact on my life. He used to say, these days, the most successful Mahatma is the one who has got many ashrams. The most dispassionate Mahatma is the one who has got many disciples. Imagine. This is not the way. Therefore, Shatatam api siddhanam, they get so much lost in this world, only this world. And kaschin mam vetti tatvataha, rare indeed is the one who comes to know me essentially. What is our essential nature? Is the Lord other than me? See, what's going to happen? And what is happening? And nothing is creating any chaos. Such a master is now telling that I shall tell you the essence of this whole world, the whole drama. And there are 4 or 5 principles we all have to understand. Number 1, what is this world? Number 2, who are we? Number 3, who is God? Where to see Him? Number 4, what is the spiritual practice? See? When these 4 things are clear, then you will not do any spiritual practice. You will live spiritual life 24/7. That is the beauty of Bhagavad Gita. So here, the teacher first of all tells, what is this world? Bhumirapo nalo ayu kham mano buddhirevacha ahankara iti yamme bhinna prakritirashtadha. The 5 great elements, mind, mana, buddhi, intellect, ahankar, these are the 8-fold factors which is called as the world, prakriti. Be attentive. In this verse, in this shloka, the most important word is me. Bhinna me prakriti rashtadha. This is Bhagwan's prakriti, not ours. Be very attentive. If Bhagwan is the creator, the God, and if this world, this prakriti is his, then if Bhagwan is our father, the prakriti is our mother. With mother, what is our relationship? Bhoga or yoga? Look at the world with this change in the vision. In Ishavasya Upanishad, the first mantra tells this: Ishavasyam idam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat. Everything is permeated by the divine principle. You may not know, you may not experience, but it is the truth. Now to understand this, I give an example. There is one place, a very beautiful Saraswati temple in India. The whole temple is made out of beautiful marble. So, I was going with my friend in the temple, right from the road onwards, nice polished marbles. Everything is marble. Flooring, the steps, the pillars, the designs, everything. But when we are walking on the marble, we did not do namaskar. Out of the same marble, their Saraswati Amma was made. But when we look at the Saraswati statue, we did namaskar. Everything is marble, is it not? So, in that Saraswati statue, we have not seen God. We accepted without knowledge. It is Goddess. Exactly the same way. We may not understand. We may not know. Yet the truth is this. Whether it is a Nandi in front of Lord Shiva, or it is a Shiva Linga, or it is Lord Shiva with Parvati, all of them are made out of the same. Exactly the same way. This whole universe is made out of the same principle. And that principle is Paramatma, and this variety, 8-fold variety, belongs to Him. Like heat belongs to the fire, liquidity belongs to the water. In the same manner, This Prakriti belongs to Paramatma. Say, Bhinna me Prakriti Ashtadha. This eightfold Prakriti is mine. The moment you accept this basic principle, our attitude of indulgence and accumulation and getting involved will be reduced to a great extent. That is what is important in life. Bhinna Prakriti Ashtadha. Then, this is what the world is. So don't see world as the husband, wife, brother, sister, mother, father, India, America. No. This is the baby things. That is not the world. World has got the same principle, the 5 great elements. The principle of mind, intellect and ahankar. Be attentive. Mind is that state of thoughts where logic doesn't operate. That state of thought is called as mind. For example, let us go for the lecture. No, but it is too far away and there is a traffic jam and it's very hot also. I don't think I should go. No, but people say we should go at least sometime. Okay, we should go. But no, today we cannot go like that. So that confused state of thoughts is called as mind. Then we take a decision. No, I am not going to go. Doesn't matter what decision we take. The decisive state of thought is called as intellect. And the most important thing is, whose doubt and whose decision? Of course, mine. I. This ahankar is a principle. This ahankar is not ego. Don't mistake it. Ahankar is something like that magnetic field, that magnetic force, because of which the 5 great elements do not disintegrate when we go to sleep. What is the difference between sleep and death? In death, the 5 elements start disintegrating and they go back to the 5 elements. But in deep sleep, this doesn't happen. So that principle, because of which the 5 great elements are held together in the form of a body, that principle is called as ahankar. In deep sleep, it is ahankar that is functional. See, friends. So this eightfold Prakriti belongs to Paramatma. Then who are we? Now the second part. This is the most important aspect. Apareyamitastvanyam prakritim viddhime param jiva bhutam mahabaho yayedam dharyate jagat. Here, all your understanding will be totally smashed. Be attentive and be ready. In Upanishad it is said, Nayam Atma balahinena labhyaha. Those who are weaklings. Weakling means what? Touch me not brand. You must have seen, those plants, shrubs, you touch them. There was one Swami, I remember his name, Swami Madhavananda, many years before. Must be 35 years before. He came, I was teaching Vedanta. He said, Swamiji, I want to come and study. He is a great devotee of Bhagwan Krishna. I said, you are in devotion, continue. Why do you want to study Vedanta? No, I want to study. I said, you will start crying when you will listen to this. He said, no, I want to study. And to his luck, Upanishad was being studied. And when he came, this mantra was going on. Yan manasana manute yena ahur manomatam tadeva brahmatvam viddhi nedam yadidam upasate. That because of which the mind is able to function in its own field, but that which cannot be comprehended by the mind is the Brahman, the reality, and that Brahman, the reality, thou art, and not this Ghanti Puja. That is all rubbish. When he heard this after the lecture, he came, Swamiji, what did you say? I have been carrying Bhagwan Krishna with me wherever I go. I said, I told you. You should not come to this. Friends, here Bhagwan clearly tells, apara, other than this para prakriti, there is another apara prakriti, lower prakriti. And what is that? Jiva Bhutam. Be very attentive. Jiva Bhutam, where Paramatma expresses as Jiva. Now here is a basic small thing to be recognized. There is a word in our language, Jivana. Jivan means life. Jiva and Jivana. See the difference? There is nothing like Jiva. There is only life. But we have been told all through our life that there is a soul, there is a Jiva per body. Like there is a soul for every shoe. So if the soul is worn out, the shoe is thrown. In the same manner, when the soul goes out of the body is dead. And this sounds so logical, so simple. But this is not the meaning. See, my friends, that's what I told you. Be courageous to accept the truth as told in scriptures. Jiva Bhuta. It is something like this. Electricity expresses through the bulb as light. Bulbs are many, but the principle that electricity expresses through the bulb as light, this principle is one, is it not? Are there many principles? Be attentive. When one bulb becomes fused, will the light from the bulb come out and go in search of another bulb? Jaun to jaun kahan? Exactly the same way. Our bodies are like the bulb. And in this bulb, the body, the pure conscious existence, Shuddha Chaitanya, expresses as Chetana. Chetana is life. Life is Jivana. And expression of life is common everywhere. Hunger, whether it is hunger of a rich man or a hunger of a bird eating the insects or the hunger of a python swallowing the whole animal or the hunger of a cockroach eating other small little things. The principle of hunger is common. It is not different. Similarly, the principle of fear, only one or two examples I'll give you, to make us understand Jiva is not the truth. Jivana is the truth. See, once in Delhi, not Bombay, it so happened that evening time it was raining heavily, and I was sitting in the veranda and watching the rains and enjoying. So that time, near the tube light, there were so many insects. And then small baby lizard came for the dinner. So when she came, she was searching for a small little insect, she can eat it. That very time, a big lizard came. And that big lizard was trying to attack the small lizard. So the small lizard ran. First, the insect ran to protect itself from the small lizard. Then the big lizard came, the small lizard ran away to protect herself out of fear. When I saw that, I said, oh God, how dirty it is. So I took one stick and tried to touch that big lizard. That big lizard also started running. And when that started running, the small lizard thought that the big lizard is coming to attack her. And in that hurry-burry, she fell down on my hand. Then I ran. That day I discovered this principle. Whether fear for the insect for the small lizard, for the big lizard, or a big lizarder. The principle of life is same. Where is a place for soul? And this is one. Ashtadha Prakriti is eightfold. Bhumi, Rapo, Nalo, Vayu, Kham, Mano, Buddhi, Revacha, Ahankara, Ashtadha, eightfold. Jiva Bhuta is one. Whichever may be the bulb. Whether the bulb is in front of Bhagavan Sri Krishna or the bulb is in the toilet. It is not that the bulb in front of Bhagavan Krishna has got a holy electricity expression and in the toilet it is unholy. No. See, friends, but we are buried under this knowledge, wrong thing, that there is one soul per body. And the moment you accept this, then punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani, jatare shayanam, going to hell, going to heaven, papa, punya, dharma, adharma, whole life is wasted only in this. See, friends. Then why this principle is told in our scriptures? Be attentive. We are all experts in blaming others for our problems of life. We have got default settings. If I am a husband, I am miserable because of my wife. So simple. If I am a father, I am miserable because of my children. If I am a child, I am miserable because of my Hitler father. Common. What will be our approach to life? Approach will be, husband will like to improve the wife. This is called as ashakyanushthan. Impossible undertaking. Wives cannot be improved. They have to be tolerated. They go, no way. But all our struggle is only in this. Such people, those who blame others for the miseries of their life, for them, there is no spirituality at all. They are all the time trying to improve the world, which has never happened. Then why this is told? Be attentive. When we are told that the jiva, the embodied, is someone other than the body. Like, my glasses are not seeing you. Behind the glasses, there are eyes. Now, my eyes are also not seeing you. Through the eyes, there is a mind that is seeing. If your mind is not available behind your ears, I may be talking, you may be hearing, but you will not listen anything. Be attentive. Exactly the same way, the embodied, the one who is going through the good and bad experiences, is someone other than the body. It is for this purpose this principle is told. Now be very attentive. I'll give some simple example. I am a man. With reference to my father, I am a son. I am a man. With reference to my wife, I am a husband. I am a man. With reference to my son, I am a father. Have I become three? I am one. And who is miserable? The son, the husband, and the father. They are miserable. Be attentive. When my father dies, what happens to the son? When my wife dies, what happens to the husband? And when my son dies, What happens to the father? Will the son, after the death of my father, will go out of me? When my wife dies, will the husband go out of me? When my son dies, will the father go out of me? Then what happened actually? Nothing happened. Man is the reality. The son, the husband, the father, they are like the jiva, the souls. See, friends. And who are miserable? These non-existing entities, they are miserable. Show the husband apart from the father, apart from the man. Show the son apart from the man. You cannot. They are not. See, friends, in the same manner, the more you go deep within, you will come to know life is the reality and not the soul. One example I'll give you. There was one Christian girl, very good friend of mine. Her husband told me, Swamiji, your Catherine has delivered a baby. I said, congratulations, I'll come and see her sometime. He was never coming for my lectures. So in the evening, he was waiting outside the lecture hall and he said, oh, Swamiji, she is bleeding profusely. And I said, then you call her mother, father, somebody's blood will match, give. We called, but they say, in our religion, we cannot give blood to others. I said, oh God. I said, you pray to Lord that my blood should match with her. We went and they tested and by God's grace it matched. I said, give her. She survived. After 15 days when I met her, I said, hey Kathy, bottle Christian, liquor Hindu. See, friends, Jiva, Jivana. The day you understand this basic principle, you will get out of the fear. Last life, this life, next life. Papoham, papa karmaham. No, you are divine. Whether you know or you don't know, whether you accept or you don't accept, you are divine. Only our scriptures can tell. See, friends, one man in Vrindavan, he came and met me and he said, Swamiji, I don't want to go to hell, please protect me. I said, okay, it is not optional that you have to go. Don't go. No, you don't know. I have committed all kinds of sins. Therefore, I say, I don't know. I said, okay, you will not go, I promise you. After doing so many sins also, I will not go to hell. I said, no. Why? I said, where are you now? A person who is not at peace with himself, he is in hell. Hell is not a place that you have to reach somewhere. When you are at peace with yourself, you are in heavens. See, friends, and this can happen only through this knowledge, there is no other way. Etad yonini bhutani sarvani tyupadharaya aham krishnasya jagataha prabhava pralayastata. So this jiva, etad yonini bhutani sarvani tyupadharaya. So this jiva is the one who is creating, the prakriti is the one who is creating this variety of things. See, it is something like this. Electricity is one. Out of the bulb, light comes out. Out of the fan, the movement comes out. Out of the heater, heat comes out. Out of the fridge, cold comes out. Are there 4 types of electricities? No. Exactly the same way. The same absolute conscious reality, expressing through the man, beard comes out. Expressing through the cobra, venom comes out. Expressing through the cow, milk comes out. Should we say That the consciousness is a vegetarian consciousness in the cows and a venomous consciousness in the cobra and a masculine consciousness in the man. No. These are the differences on account of the conditionings. But the unconditioned reality is one and the same. That is our essential nature. Like man is the essential nature and all other relations are not real. But we get lost only in this relative existence and as if that is all in our life. So, etad yonini bhutani sarvani tyubadharaya. Therefore, this whole world is created because of this. So, there are two types of creations. One creation is God's creation. Second is our creation. In God's creation, there is no problem. Creation in creation is called recreation. The recreation is for God. He is recreated. How? See, God has created a woman. Now, in that woman, see how many things are created. The father looks at the woman as a daughter, a different world. Then the husband looks at the same woman as a wife, another world. The son looks at the same woman as a mother, another world. So out of the God's creation, recreation is these three. And who are miserable? These three are miserable. The father is miserable because of the daughter, the husband is miserable because of the wife, and the son is miserable because of the mother. See, come to cognize this. Where is the mother, father, husband, wife in deep sleep? That husband who doesn't dare open his mouth before his wife. In the deep sleep, he snores so loudly. Where from that courage comes? Because there he is no more a husband. One wife complained to me, Swamiji, you tell him he snores so loudly, I can't sleep. And therefore when I wake him up, he is very cool. He said, no, I was not snoring. And again he starts snoring. I said, I agree with him. You always do like that. I said, I am telling you the truth. I agree with him. Why? Because in the deep sleep, he is not your husband. Therefore, he has the courage. How simple it is. So, where the husband has gone in the deep sleep? Nowhere. Because he doesn't exist. So, etad yonini bhutani sarvani tyupadaraya aham krusnasya jagataha prabhava pralayastata. Therefore, in me alone, the whole world comes in and goes out. Is it not? When I am identified with the body, then the next world comes out. Brother, father, mother, sister, husband, wife, in-laws, outlaws, all of them come out. And when in deep sleep, I withdraw from the body identification, thereafter I am none of them. So they keep on coming out, going in. Coming out, going in. But nothing happens to me. I am ever the same. I am just analyzing our experiences. Vedanta is analyze your experiences and learn from them. If we do not learn from our own experiences, even God cannot teach us. The real Guru is not outside. Don't be slave to a Guru. Keep the process of learning intact 24/7. Then you will come to know everyone is our Guru in this world. Bhagwan Dattatreya tells in Bhagavad Mahapuran, the king Yadu asked him, Sir, you don't have anything, how come you are so happy? He said, therefore I am happy. Then he said, who taught you? He said, my gurus taught me. Who is your guru? He said, I don't have one guru. I got 24 gurus. Like a poor person will have only one lungi. A rich man will have dozens of lungis, is it not? Exactly the same way. Learn from every experience of our life. The ability to get a message from every experience of our life, that ability is called as Guru Tattva. Take an example. When we get tooth pain, that tooth pain is not given us to torture us. It is a message. Hey, something is wrong with your gums. Take care. See? When there is joint pain, the joint pain is not given for giving you pain. To tell, take care, something is wrong. Exactly the same way. Every experience of our life is our guru if we are able to learn the message. So, aham krishnasya jagataha prabhava pralayastata. Everything is born out of me, everything goes back into me. If I am is not there, nobody is there. Everything is around this I. Hold on to this I. Who is this I? Then you will come to know, I alone gets manifested in the body as life. Then that life gets identified with the body and start behaving as if I am the body. And after the body identification, then the whole world comes into existence. Therefore, there are 3 I's. Number 1, the absolute I, which is common for everyone. Second is the mithya, the illusory I, which is born after body identification. The third is secondary I. After body identification, then the mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, they are born. You observe next time, if you happen to see, when somebody dies, see the words people use. Take the body away. Nobody says take the man away or take the so and so, take the body away. See, friends, therefore everything is born out of I, exists in I and goes back in I. And who is this I then? Mattaha parataram nanyat kinchit asti dhananjaya mai sarvamidam protam sutre manigana iva. Hey Dhananjaya, hey Arjun, mattaha parataram, there is no cause of me. Be very attentive, very subtle, it is the most important verse. Mattaha parataram, there is no cause of me. Mattaha kinchit, there is no effect of me. Anyat, there is none other than me. 3 things. Then what about this world? Mai sarvamidam protam sutre manigana iva. It is something like the golden beads are put together by the golden thread and a necklace is made. The same gold is the support in the form of the thread and the same gold is supported in the form of the beads. When the gold is the thread, is it inferior? And when the beads which are seen, are they superior? No. Everything is the gold. In the same manner. On the same Paramatma, the superimposition of name and form is the world. Superimposition of the Panchakoshas is the life or the Jiva. Superimposition of the Maya is called as Ishvara. So the same reality, because of the 3 conditionings, is referred in 3 different ways. But that doesn't mean it has become 3. It is one without a second. Like the example I gave you, man with the conditioning of the father is referred as the son, is referred as the husband with the wife, is referred as the father with the son. He has not become 3. Man is the reality. Exactly. Discard the importance of the names and the forms. In this world you will have the vision of the divine. Discard the limitations of the Panchakosha and the Jiva, you will discover you are the divine. Discard the slavery to the Panchakoshas, you will discover you are divine, you are the God. See friends, differences are on account of the conditionings, but that doesn't mean anything is differentiated. Take a simple example. Space is one. That space is called as north, east, west, south, four corners, up and down. 10 directions. Are there 10 spaces? How the space is called in 10 different ways? Because of the conditioning. Conditioning of the relation between the sun and the earth. So what is the conditioning? Conditioning is the direction where the sun rises is east. What is the east? Where the sun rises. Where the sun rises in the east. So the east is because of the sun rise or vice versa. And when we go away from the relationship between sun and the earth, which is the east, which is the north, which is the south. In the same manner, we are all lost in relational world. So what is to be done? Lead your life in the relative world as required, but don't get carried away and influenced by that. And never forget, essentially we are divine. The real spiritual practice is this. First part called a nishedha, what we are not. Second part, vidhi, assert what we are. When these two things are practiced together, then you will see that we play the role of all the things that we have to play. Mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, play the role beautifully. But always keep in mind, like an actor on the stage. He plays his role so perfectly well. The audience feels as if he is really suffering, but he is not suffering. He cries so pathetically on the stage that the audience feels, oh God, how much he must be suffering. So the audience takes out the tissue paper and starts wiping the nose. One girl asked me this question. Swami, you have got a terrible observation. Kindly tell why these days the girls, when they wipe their tears, they don't wipe their eyes, they wipe their nose with the tissue paper. What is the reason? I said the reason is, if they wipe their eyes, their eyelashes will come out. Therefore, they use the nose so the eyelashes don't come out. So that time what goes on in the mind of the actor? Actor tells to himself, you fools, you are paying and crying really. I am crying fake after receiving payment. And therefore, all the solutions of life are contained in two words. Either take this world as Rama Leela or Krishna Leela. Rama Leela, Krishna Leela means everything appears to be happening, but nothing has ever happened. With this wonderful wisdom, live your life every moment and be happy. That is the foundation of the real spiritual life. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.